Good morning, class 3. Welcome back to your another maths class. Our today's topic is properties of division, and you can find this on page number 66. Now, if you recall the chapters that we've studied earlier, that is addition, subtraction, and multiplication, in all these three chapters, we learned about their properties. So we've studied properties of addition, properties of subtraction, and properties of multiplication. Today we're starting with properties of division, and in this we have three properties. So let us read what is our first property. Our first property is when a number is divided by 1, the quotient is the number itself. So first tell me what is quotient. Quotient is the result, all right? So if any number, all right, over here you can see the example as 7 and 15. So if any number, it is divided by 1, the quotient is the number itself. For example, I have the number 8. 8 divided by 1. What is the quotient? The quotient will always be the number itself, the number that we are dividing. 1 multiplied by 8 is 8. Therefore, your answer is 8. We can do this like this also. We are going to divide 8 by which number? By 1. So 1 times 8 is 8. The quotient will remain the number itself. Okay. For example, your number is 14. 14 divided by 1. Now, what is your quotient going to be? Your quotient is going to be the number itself. It's going to be the number 14. 1 times 14 is 14. 1 times 14 is 14. For example, the number is, let's say, 6 divided by 1. What is 1 multiplied by 6? 1 multiplied by 6 is 6. So what is your quotient going to be? 6. And when we divide like this, then also your quotient is going to be 6. So when we divide any number, we've divided 8, we've divided 14, we've divided 6. When we divide it by the number 1, our quotient is going to be the number itself. So you can see 8 and 8, 14 and 14, 6 and 6. So this is our property number 1. Let's see what is written in property number 2. The second property of division says that when a number is divided by itself, over here in first property we divided the number by 1. Now we're dividing the number by itself. So 12 divided by 12, 20 divided by 20. What is the quotient going to be? The quotient is going to be 1. So this is going to be just the opposite. Alright? ये दोनों एकदम opposite है. यहाँ पे जब आप 1 से divide करते हो, the number is going to be itself. And in this one, when you divide the same numbers, the answer is going to be 1. The quotient is going to be 1. Let's see the example of this now. So if I divide any number, let's say 12, by the number itself, what is your quotient going to be? 12 times 1 is 12. 12 ones are 12. So your answer is going to be 1. Okay, remember this property says the answer is going to be 1. Okay, so I'm dividing the number 3 by itself. 3 by itself. 3 divided by 3. 3 times 1 is 3. 3 ones are 3. So your answer is 1. Can you see? Now over here, if I divide like this, so 12 ones are 12, minus it. So what is your quotient? 1. If I divide any number by the number itself, so here any number by the number itself, what is your quotient going to be? Your quotient is going to be 1. Alright? Okay, let us see the third property. So the third property states when 0 is divided by any number, the quotient is 0. So in property 1, the quotient is going to be what? The number itself. In second property, when we divide the number by itself, the quotient is going to be 1. And when 0 is divided by any number, the quotient is going to be 0. Let's see how. 0 is divided by any number. The answer is going to be 0. 4 times 0 is 0. 0 divided by any number, the answer is going to be 0. 12 multiplied by 0 is 0. So when 0 is divided by any number, your quotient is going to be 0. Alright, so these were the 3 properties of division. Let us revise again. So the first property of division says, when a number is divided by 1. So when a number, any number, it is divided by 1, what is the quotient going to be? The quotient is going to be the number itself. So 1 multiplied by 7 is 7. 7 divided by 1 is 7. Again, when any number is divided by 1, the number is 15, for example, it is divided by 1, the quotient is going to be the number itself. This is property 1. Okay, what is property 2 of division? Property 2 of division says, when a number is divided by itself, any number divided by itself, the quotient is going to be 1. 12 times 1 is 12. 12 divided by 12 is 1. When any number divided by itself, the quotient is going to be 1. So this is property number 2. And what is the last property? The last property is when 0 is divided by any number. So 0 divided by 5, the answer, the quotient is going to be 0. Alright, so 0 divided by any number, let's say 14, your quotient is going to be 0. So this is property number 3. Always remember, we cannot divide a number by 0. No number can be divided by 0. So wherever you're going to have 0 in the division sum, just remember that it's 0. The answer is going to be 0. Because 0 times 1 is what? 0. This is your multiplication property. Any number multiplied by 0 is 0. In the same way, when you divide 0 by any number, the quotient is also going to be 0. Alright, so over here, if I multiply 0 by 2, the answer is going to be 0. In the same way, when you divide 0 by any number, what is your answer going to be? 0. So you need to keep this in mind, that we cannot divide a number by 0. So these were your 3 properties of division.